In a world of morons, 3 friends must come together to mince movies. Welcome to Morons Mince movies.
Oh, fuck.
Wait are we?
Let's start over again.
Oh, we're mincing movies.
We are mincing movies.
Let's not start over. Fuck it, keep it going.
Keep it
we
going?
are morons after all.
God damn it, Arturo.
Thanks, Arturo.
I love that
You're very welcome.
embarrassed smile that you just gave. It's like, I was trying to be cool.
Yeah. Let's redo it. No, we're
That's
keeping
what I
it
get
in.
for just trying to chime in and have it be like a thing instead in unison.
A chorus.
And,
No.
It's all right.
So we
Morons
are
Mince movies.
Making sense. Oh, fuck, I fucked it up again. All right, no, we're mincing movies.
We're mincing movies. Today's movie is actually a movie that just came out about a week or so ago. I think 2 weeks by the time this
In our time, yeah. In our time, it's been a week or two.
because
in your
we're time
time,
travelers.
time travelers. In
that's
your
right.
time, it's probably been about 3 or 4 weeks. since
That's
it
right.
came
And
out.
it's called Don't Worry, Darling.
No te preocupes, mi amor.
Directed by Olivia Wilde, starring
Yes.
Florence Pugh and Harry Styles.
Yes, thank you,
Yeah.
Arturo. Thank you. Yeah, this is why you're an official moron, because you remember that
Yeah,
shit.
I don't know
still there.
anybody in that
I was
movie.
still thinking, like, who directed this one again? Yes, Olivia Wilde.
Yes.
Starring Harry's. Anyways, so that's what we're doing. And are we gonna show a
Wait,
trailer? Are we
let's
showing a trailer?
Let's show the trailer.
Okay, show the trailer.
That way the audience knows what they're getting themselves into. Let's show the trailer, which is going to be playing right
Now.
And
we're
awesome.
back.
That was a great fucking trailer. I specifically liked the part where the thing happened.
Yes.
And then the stuff was like, what? And then you were like, oh, that was my favorite part of the
You know
trailer.
what would be great is if you actually don't show anything. We just
I need you to listen to me. They're lying about everything.
We are not going backwards. We're pushing forward.
Everyone is acting like I'm crazy. And I'm not crazy.
Our life together. We could lose this.
I don't trust it. And I don't want to be here anymore.
People will think we're crazy or drunk, which actually brings us to, what are we drinking, you guys?
Yes. What are we drinking?
Well, we're drinking the same exact thing over here.
Yes.
Sam and I.
Same
Old
Z's.
Rasputin. Old Rasputin.
It's a really good
It's
stout.
a stout.
Yes, this is one of my favorite stouts. Thank you, Uble. And thank
Yes.
you, Vendom, where the beer sells itself.
Vendom Liquor Store over on Yorba Linda in Fullerton. I am drinking Blind Pig. It's from Russian River Brewing Company, one of my faves, and it's an IPA. It's fucking delicious.
Nice.
It's, let me. Yes, it's fucking great.
Yeah, we're
I
drinking
love
some
it.
good fucking beer today.
Yeah,
I
thank you,
this
Vendom.
shit.
Thank you.
I'm glad you're
Also,
finally...
Patreons for
Yeah.
contributing
Yes.
to the fact that we can
Yeah.
do this under the influence.
This is
Yes.
true. This is true. We wouldn't be able to do this.
You're
without
helping
you,
our
so.
alcoholism. I hope you're happy with this.
I would have been
It
in the
enhances
same
the
position
conversation.
regardless. So,
Yeah.
but yeah. So we're doing.
Let's get into it. Don't worry, darling, because I'm really eager to talk about
Yes.
this. Yes. Any general thoughts?
Where do you want to start? Do you want to start with the cast? Do you want to start with budget?
I mean, he
do
just
all
said general
that.
thoughts.
Let's do some general thoughts first.
Before
Like,
you
did
rudely
you like
interrupted him.
it?
Okay.
Like, did you,
Yeah, I had
Arturo, go for it.
No, I had a lot of fun with it. I thought it was intriguing. I did like the twist. When anything underlying sci-fi happens, I get a kick out of it, and the acting was phenomenal.
Yeah, I agree. The acting, the performances were so. No spoilers right now. We'll tell you when the spoilers come. So don't say any spoilers yet. No,
Yeah.
you just said that there's a twist, which if you've seen the trailer, you know
there's
there's
a
gonna
twist.
be
There's
some kind of
something.
twist.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
something. I mean, which you just saw the trailer, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I think.
think.
Yeah,
Hope.
I'm not
Yeah.
If a producer put it in, no.
I'm a little mixed on the overall. We'll get to like my grade,
Mm-hmm.
but yes, I do. Some of the positives. The performances are really good. I've been down all the way down, I think everybody was good. Like even I've heard some bad reviews on Harry Styles, and I don't understand why.
He did great.
Like some critics are like totally bashing him and saying, I was like, when I was watching the movie, I thought he was fine. He was good.
Pleasant.
It was good.
It was pleasant.
And I mean, Florence Pugh, she's a fantastic actress, Oscar nominated.
Does,
I mean,
yes.
she's
Yes,
just
yes.
as good here as she's been any other thing.
Yeah.
And
Great cast.
Uble, anything else?
I thoroughly enjoyed the first 2 acts. At the third act, kind of. I'll save it for when we get there. But
I think I might be on the same page with you, man.
2/3 I enjoyed it, and the last third I still enjoyed it, but I had my critiques about it where I was like, this is gonna fucking bother me. This is for sure gonna lower it a few points or smiley faces or grades, whatever grading scale you're using. It definitely, the third act is where I think it took most damage. But it held up. I enjoyed it till the end. I felt like it was a good movie. The acting, yes, I agree.
Yeah, the acting is really good.
The actors and actresses are not in charge of the script or story, so they did the best they could.
In this case, Olivia Wilde did star in it.
That's true. And
She directed
it. Yeah.
Wrote it with a co-writer. I forgot what the name of the person is. But I also want to say some positives about the look of the film, the cinematography, the production design, the costumes, the whole making it look a 1950s look of it was just really good.
Very pleasing.
I mean, it helps that they filmed in Palm Springs.
It looked like, that's what I was saying when I was watching. This is Palm Springs. It looks exactly. I've been to Palm Springs many times actually, because of all of my Coachella years. So I stayed in Palm Springs every time.
Dude, yeah,
so
it's gorgeous.
I know that scenery. Once I saw it, I was like, that's Palm Springs for sure. But I also want to say another thing that I really liked was the score.
I didn't pay attention to the score.
It was like these like weird like kind of a
Yes.
Oh yeah. I guess you could.
Everything, something twisty was happening. It made you uncomfortable. And
amazing.
I love that.
Whoa, dude.
Have you been classically trained?
Yeah, that was beautiful, man.
Oh, thank
Brought
you,
me to
thank you.
tears.
Everyone just heard an unreleased track of the Inklots.
Yeah, it's gonna be on their next album.
I need to tell you about the EP because you've only listened to the LP. You haven't listened to the EP.
I haven't listened
There's
to
an
You gotta get into-
EP out there?
Yeah. But we're going off topic. Anyways, back to Don't Worry, Darling. So, overall, I think it was a decent film. It does have some issues, and I think we need to maybe get into the story a little bit more. So, I think from here on out is going to be spoilers.
Yes.
Because
you've been warned.
you can't really... Yeah.
We've said everything we could without spoiling anything.
We could talk a lot more.
Actually, let's talk about this. You want to give a general synopsis, Arturo?
Sure, why not?
Go
Okay,
for it.
so
Based
No
on the
spoilers,
trailer.
no
Based on the
spoilers.
trailer. Let's say you saw the trailer and you're
so
now
based off the
describing
trailers alone, we are seeing what appears to be life in the 1950s. And it's very idyllic. It's a neighborhood. Everyone seems to have these perfect lives. Everyone's beautiful. Everything is beautiful.
Cookie cutter life.
But as the story develops, we see that it's maybe
Something
not as
wrong.
perfect as it seems. There's something happening behind the scenes, and we're not fully aware of how much it's impacting everyone or if it's just impacting individuals.
Our main character.
Our main character. And just kind of what happens when you peel back too many layers.
Yes. I think that's good. Thank you.
Yeah,
Arturo.
it's
Man,
from the trailer. It's
this is
obvious.
This is why we hired you.
Oh, thanks, man.
That's why you get paid the big
$0.
bucks.
Yeah.
From the trailer, from the trailer, you can tell that it's gonna focus more on the wives in a way, because at least that's the impression that I got. Is in the trailer that you all just saw moments ago. They talk about like
So
what
funny,
exactly is going on in that project, the Victory Project, and is this really like it's the wives asking the questions and the husbands being the hush hush. You know, you don't speak of Fight Club.
Yeah, it's very much like reminiscent of Stepford Wives. If you've seen that movie, it's reminiscent.
I've never seen that movie.
You've never seen that?
No.
Oh my god, it's not the same twist.
But there are some similarities.
But
for
it's
sure.
very similar. Yeah, it has that very similar. So let's get into it. So spoilers from here on out for sure.
Now we got spoilers. Now.
So I what you brought up, Uble, I think all the stuff that happens before you get to the twist was really awesome, and I was really into it. I enjoyed the visuals.
Yes,
I enjoyed like all the hallucinations she was going through and everything. Like there were some like horror elements that I was really enjoying, everything like that.
That's true.
I was getting into it, and then the twist happens, and I thought the twist was cool. I was like, okay, so it's a simulation.
Oh shit! Whoa, we're living in the Matrix.
I know. We just totally spoiled. Noel is never gonna watch movies again. I think he's just
that's the price you
shook
pay.
his head no.
That's the price
you pay for being a producer of this very highly successful,
very
podcast.
prestigious.
So it turns out that the husbands, and not in all cases actually, the husbands for the most part are basically like imprisoning their wives in this simulation, and so that
it may not even be their wives.
and that's what I'm saying. Not all the case, not in all cases.
That's what adds to like the factor.
And then so everything. So up until actually, I really enjoy the movie up until the actual ending, because the movie ends, and I'm just like, wait a minute. There's so many questions unanswered. Like like when it went to black, I was like, please don't end right here.
Yep.
Please don't end. And then it's like, oh fuck, the credits are going. No. Like no. What the? And actually, that was it. Like right up until the ending, it was weird. This is the first time this kind of happened to me, where the ending brought down the movie so much for me. Like it was like, fuck no. Like there's still more to tell. Like, you need it. Like,
well, she made it.
I know she made it, but like that. That's more. Like that feels like the first 2 episodes of a season, and now I need to know like what's going on with like. What was up with the plane? If it was all simulation, why the fuck was the plane there? Was it just a glitch? Was it really? Like,
what were those earthquakes? I mean, I guess you can say the earthquakes were.
Well, I mean,
hold on. Because all the audience is probably like, wait, I haven't seen this movie. What the fuck are you guys all talking about? So,
what is this? Well,
first off, if you're still watching this and you haven't seen the movie, thank you. That really means a lot, Alex. I know you're one of them.
Well, it's been 2 weeks since the movie has come out, so hopefully by now people have seen it and they're watching this because it's a spoiler review.
Yeah.
Anyways, go for it.
But what I'm trying to say is, so it gradually builds to this. So it focuses on Florence Pugh's character and how she's living what looks like the ideal life. She has a husband who leaves to work in the morning.
Yes.
And she spends her day cleaning and cooking.
50s housewife.
50s housewife.
Real quick, if I may.
If you may, you will may.
I don't know about you guys, but when I was watching that movie and those things were happening, I have never craved eggs and bacon and steak the way I did.
They do make it very fucking delicious.
Yeah, not me. I didn't
really. You?
Our friend here is pescatarian.
I'm Presbyterian. Yes.
I said pescatarian.
I know.
Wait, what religion?
No. So she's living what looks like the ideal life for a 1950s housewife. She cleans. And then she starts realizing,
things started unraveling. The neighbors. Well, because that's what she starts unraveling
slowly.
I mean, you can argue that if like Margaret had never seen the cracks of the simulation, she might have not either.
Yeah,
that's right. It's almost
because she
like
went to the desert, and then that's when,
Margaret,
what I will say about like the whole unanswered questions, I would have loved to have known because the way I saw it, it was almost like a viral infection.
A viral infection,
in the sense that Margaret saw the cracks, and then it wasn't until then that Alice saw the cracks. So like it would spread.
It spreads.
That's the way I kind of took it as, and I thought they were going to go off something like that, but then it turns out it was just the simulation. But
well, the thing is, they're like hypnotized, right? Yeah. They're hypnotized, and then any sort of
to an extent, because we also know that Bunny's character, Olivia Wilde's character, Bunny,
she knows
more of it.
She knows she's choosing to be here,
and then it implies that Shelley also knew when she stabs fucking Frank.
Yeah, so that's just another thing. So, that's another thing that's left unanswered. So
I'll give you that.
Chris Pine is the main villain here throughout the whole movie, and then at the end,
Chris Pine is the what's his name
architect
from Facebook?
You could say,
what's his Facebook name?
Zuckerberg.
What?
Just like Zuckerberg is to the metaverse, where he created this virtual reality.
But we don't know that. That's the thing. We don't know anything about
they point at that because he seems to be the one that everyone in this simulation looks up to, and he seems to be the one that's in control. Like he's the one that's.
But he might be a figurehead to the wife, who the wife seems much more like serious. If you remember the scene where they're in the dinner and Florence Pugh's character is like, totally interrogating, Chris Pine. It's her who speaks up and is like, stop being a whiny little bitch, basically telling her, and shut the fuck up, and blah, 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 blah. And then you get that was
badass. I mean, that whole sequence. I love the confrontation and how she got it. Like,
I feel like it was Chris Pine's character who was the Mark Zuckerberg work. I feel like because
I don't know. I think
that's
they
what
were a
made
couple that seemed to be working together, and then at the end, she seems like you're
I mean,
not good enough. I'm gonna take.
even
but then
then,
you don't,
that's
it
like a-
doesn't matter
Yeah.
because
True.
you don't know anything.
That's
You
true.
find
Exactly.
out nothing.
They don't follow it up.
I was just gonna
with
say
anything.
that's a bigger argument. I feel like a bigger conversation. I should say is the idea of like behind every strong man there's a strong woman, and especially in that era, like they saw themselves as like it was just the roles back then.
Yeah.
The man went out and paid for the roof over everyone's heads, and then they stayed at home. But then their job was just to support. So the fact that she was always there, and also I thought there was going to be a twist where she was the one actually pulling the strings type thing.
That would have been
That would have been
something
cool.
like that.
Like here's so all this stuff is happening at the end, and she's like, there's a cool race car scene and everything. All this is really cool.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
mean,
no,
like,
it was.
the movie
it was great.
is good. It's just that you're getting to like, all right, she's gonna get out. She's gonna get out. It's pretty predictable because like the movie is set up to point you into the to the ending. Well, we think that's not supposed to be the end. In my mind, like this is not her getting out is not supposed to be the ending. That's the start of like the third act. To me, where you get out and you find out what's going on, who's in charge of this program, all these things.
Fuck.
Like that should have been told. That's just like not told, and then that leaves all these questions unanswered as to the plane, why like the earthquakes, what's going on with the wife and Chris Pine, like
Does
what's
Chris
going
Pine's
on there?
wife take over and continue?
Yeah,
this?
like, like
does Bunny stay?
They're also talking about like they're gonna go and kill her in the real world. Like who are these people? Also, why do they need to? Why are the laws of physics still holding in this program, virtual reality, that they have to actually chase her? Can they just fucking glitch themselves at her and just take her? Like a lot of these things were happening, and it's a simulation now. It's like why are they? Why are they still chasing her? Just fucking do the Matrix thing and take her. Like
there's also no explanation as to what Alice's character is going to do when she eventually escapes this virtual reality.
Yes.
They show
she's
it,
chained.
Yeah,
right?
she's chained to the bed because she's in here against her will.
Yeah.
So
and then the husband is
we
killed
jumped
for some
ahead.
weird reason. Like somehow when you kill somebody in the simulation, it kills you in the real world.
And they don't mention
which
that.
makes no
They don't
sense,
say
and I
that.
don't
No,
understand.
Guys, it's Family Guy rules. I mean, you poop in your dreams, you poop in real life.
Yes, this is true. That does hold up.
Which in and of itself is a reference to Nightmare on Elm Street.
Yeah, but they don't explain
Die in your
any time.
dreams.
At no point prior to the person dying in the simulation and then dying in real life, they don't explain that as like, by the way, this is a possibility that you will die here, you'll die in real life. They don't explain that until someone dies. They're like, what did you do?
Well, because
now
you didn't need to bring it up
life.
beforehand, though.
I guess.
Yeah, but
because there was no reason to. There was no reason.
But
There's no reason
as
for it
an
to come
audience
up.
member, this is like you're asking, okay, like why are people dying because you die in a simulation? Like that doesn't make like why, like in the Matrix.
I died on
for
that,
example,
the way I took it is that your brainwave patterns aren't no longer they're severed.
Is that what's
that
going on? But that
I mean,
doesn't
that's
seem
how I
to
took
happen
it.
though, because
Yeah.
they're like it's almost like they're being hypnotized and then they're being shown this world sort of in this dome thing. Like again, it's not really explained as to how this is all working.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to fill in the gaps.
So you just wanted some more exposition.
More exposition.
Yeah, which-
I want a
I
little
get
bit.
it. Yeah,
I want a
no,
little-
no.
Some of the answer, it felt like there were so many questions unanswered, and the story that was told was a story that I knew was gonna happen. And
What happened to Margaret?
Well, see, because
the neighbor?
I personally loved that. I loved that there was some an answer in this. There is the intrigue, the mystery, because
Well, you're
we're all
wrong.
seeing it from her perspective.
Yeah.
So like there's still, and then me personally, I'm very much looking forward to Don't Worry, Darling,
Part
Reloaded, and then Revelations.
Like part 2 is gonna be called "I'm Serious, Don't Worry, We're Good, Darling." Like that's gonna be part 2. Yeah, I don't know if the directors did this with the intention of maybe releasing a part 2. Because if they did, then okay, I'll forgive it.
I mean,
But if
I'd
they
be
didn't,
down. I don't know if there is,
It
but
feels like this is like the first season of a show, is what I mean.
Yes.
Like,
In a-
like
I mean, I'd say in a
it's
good way.
Almost,
I agree.
like it was very cliffhanger-y.
yeah,
what,
and
like-
and it's I guess if there is a sequel and it somehow clears
There is
up, then it could make this movie better. But as it stands now, it feels very unfinished. It feels like an unfinished movie. Like I was telling my wife, as I was with my wife, I was like, I really liked the movie. I thought everything was good, like the performances, the look. Like technically, it's a very well made movie. But it's just like I felt at the end. I was like, I want it more. Like,
act.
no, like, why are you ending
act.
here? There's more to be told here. There's like there's a whole story left.
Well, at what point did you begin to like know where this was heading? Because
I mean, you know from the beginning. I mean, the trailer pretty much tells you like this is like a 1950s
So
world.
the thing, like, I forgot all about the. I usually only watch trailers once, just enough to get me hyped, and then I'll avoid rewatching or
I'm the same way,
divulging.
yeah. I like to walk
So
in
there was
blind.
a lot that I forgot. For me, it was when I'm like, oh my god, she's a doctor and she has an iPhone. Like,
But they actually
that's
showed
after
you.
the twist
Yeah.
is shown.
that's true. Yeah, and it's funny because like in my head, I'm like, there's gonna be people that hate this, but I'm loving it because that's. I mean, I was just engaged, and I really do
too,
like
yeah.
those kind
Same.
of twists.
Same.
Yeah,
I like
was
those.
very
Like,
into
Cabin
the
in
movie.
the Woods did the same thing, right? Is that what it's called? Cabin
in the Woods
Yeah.
is great though.
Yeah.
And it's the same concept because I've never seen it, but I
to
know
an-
it's somewhat.
Oh, to
around.
an extent.
That's
Does it
different.
M. Night
There's definitely
Shyamalan?
No, that's not M.
no,
Night
it's not.
Shyamalan.
Which one
Well,
did M.
like-
Night Shyamalan? Because he made one too.
I mean, well, all his
The
movies have
Village.
twists.
That's The Village. You're thinking about
The Village. Yeah.
Yeah,
What I'm
yeah.
saying is
Not the same.
There's a few. I know it's not the same, but I'm saying there's a few properties out there where it's like this is an olden times, and then the twist at the end is like surprise.
You're
it's
actually
actually
in-
modern times,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
a simulation, or we built a village out in the middle of
That's
nowhere.
the village. That's pretty
what
much
the
like
village
they're
is.
like in the woods, and actually,
Exactly.
if you just go a little bit further, it's like
There's a
it's
wall,
Normal.
and
It's normal civilization.
2022.
And there was,
yeah.
there was another recent movie like that too. I'm having a hard time remembering with That's good though. I'm glad you always get it in though.
Was it Air Bud though?
No, it stars Janelle Monáe and
Janelle
the girl
Monáe.
from Roswell, New Mexico, but I forgot the title of the movie. Annabellum, I think, was the name of the movie, the horror
Annabellum.
movie.
Ooh, I've heard about that. I've heard that's
Yeah.
pretty good. Yeah.
Annabellum.
Well, I just kind of gave it away. Oh
I haven't
shit!
seen
Sorry,
it.
everyone.
I haven't
if you
seen
haven't
it.
seen
No, stop
I
talking.
really enjoyed it.
Stop talking.
I really fucking enjoyed it.
Sam,
Noel's-
you'll enjoy it.
Our producer has a look on his face.
No, well, you guys talking about like a simulation. It's like that Jim Carrey movie.
Oh, Truman Show.
Truman
Truman
Show.
Show.
Yeah. Is it
Yeah.
like
I
that?
could
This
see.
is
I
like-
love
I could
Truman
see. Yeah, I
Show.
could see the
Truman Show
resemblance.
is fucking
Yeah.
great. You know,
Truman Show
it's
is
like
fantastic.
that.
Okay.
Truman Show is more of a reality show where all these people are
they're
actors
watching the TV. Yeah.
and they spoilers for Truman Show, a movie that came out 20 years ago.
1990s.
I mean, you can even further argue. I mean, there's just the idea that within like what you're seeing is something else behind something else. Like I love those kind of
I
things.
love those too, man. Don't
but
get me
I
wrong.
do
I
get
enjoy them.
the feeling of like a lot of unanswered questions on that.
Yeah.
You know, who knows if we get a sequel or not? But it didn't. For me, it didn't take away because I had that intrigue about it. I don't know if that makes any sense.
No,
Can
yeah.
let's talk a little bit about the themes, like because clearly this is about
How times have changed.
how times have So what's going on in the real world is that Florence Pugh. What's her character name?
Alice.
Alice. Yes.
Alice
I mean,
and
which-
her best friend is Bunny.
I was gonna say, is an
Nice.
allusion to
Alice in
Alice in
Wonderland.
Wonderland. Yeah,
Oh, shit.
I thought that was really
Alice
clever.
from the Birdie Bunch.
That just kind of like made me more interested.
Yeah.
And nice. That's good. So in the real world, Alice is a doctor and she's the breadwinner of this
She's a nurse.
family. And Jack, played by Harry Styles, is like kind of a loser. Can't find a job or is is in all these things. And the reason why he gets like sort of into this whole thing about basically imprisoning her wife
50s,
into a simulation. I think is more about like him not being fulfilled as a man and like the social, the traditional social gender roles and whatnot. And that's like he wants to be that person, and he thinks that his wife is miserable, having to work 30-hour shifts and whatnot and things like that. So he takes it upon himself to basically, I don't know what happens and how he does it, but
They don't explain that.
Imprisons
See,
his
that's what
wife
gets me angry.
and puts her in the simulation so that she can have the life, I guess, that he thinks she's always wanted.
She's wanted, which is not working 9 to 5. Or
And
9
being
to
like
8.
the perfect housewife.
I mean, dude, if you want to flip it the other way around, I'm totally down.
just be the house husband.
Oh fuck yeah!
That's
dude.
what I always said.
Yeah,
like,
man.
I'm
with that.
I want to be
dude.
Jack in the real world. It's like, and just hang out. I'll clean the house.
Yeah.
I'll make you dinner, baby. You go and bring us the money.
I don't mind putting on a nice record.
And I will give you all the head you want, honey. Don't worry about it. Which is, by the way.
Fucking took it to a weird direction, but
It's in the
I
movie.
get what you're saying.
I mean,
we were talking about the movie.
he
so
gives
thank
her
you.
all kinds of head. By the way, those scenes, fantastic.
Yeah.
What I thought was
never
really
seen
interesting
Florence
is
Pugh,
that
it's just The faces she makes.
My wife and I were talking
There's no
about
nudity,
this.
but that was fucking hot as hell.
Me and my wife and I were talking about this. The idea that like all the sex scenes in the movie were about pleasing the woman. Like it had nothing to do with him, like, you know, getting satisfaction. It was all focused on her.
Yeah. Because I think for him, it was about, I think he really believed, it is interesting about his character. He really believed that he was doing this for her.
Yeah.
And you get that scene where you know, she finally realizes that it's a simulation. She kind of wakes up and everything. And, you know, she's telling him, like, you took away my life. And he's like, I'm doing this for you. I have to go.
You're the one that gets to live all day in this dream world. I have to exit.
Yeah,
and I thought that was really clever, though, because all the men leave to go work the real life shit to avoid this fucking simulation.
Yeah.
I thought that was really intriguing.
It makes you wonder what their jobs are outside of the real world. Not obviously we know Jax.
But here's the thing. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
That's the other thing that would have been interesting to know. Like, are they working Are they working for victory in the real world, doing some weird shit? Because he didn't have a job, remember?
That's true.
And he got into this program. So I'm guessing
like, what is he doing out there?
They're offering him like, hey, we'll give you this, you know, but you gotta go do these kinds of things for us. And it'd be nice to know, like, what are they doing? What's going on?
You're a street sweeper today. Tomorrow you're a cook for my sister's wedding.
Sort of
he seems like he hates his
random
job.
odd jobs. Yeah, he does.
He doesn't say what he's doing, but he fucking hates his job.
So did you guys, speaking of the hating the job and hating the life thing, did you guys catch that he was eating tuna out of cans, like, to survive?
Oh no, I didn't catch that.
In the real world.
In the real world, he's shown eating tuna out of a can, and then in the simulation, he tells her not to make tuna salad for dinner.
Because he hates it.
That's right.
I'm sure he's eating it every day in the real world.
Nice.
He's all like, no, don't make fucking tuna.
I was like, oh shit.
How is he keeping her alive? Because they only
Beautiful.
show him like kind of
I'm
giving
sure
her some water.
Sponging some water into her mouth.
That's right.
She
Sure,
looks
there's
like
an
she's
IV.
kind of like not in good health.
Also, something we could have used
The sequel.
in the sequel or in the
don't worry,
post-credits.
darling. Really, don't worry.
Yeah, for reals. I'm serious this time. Don't worry, we got this.
Yeah.
There was that. For me, I saw a lot of it as like the whole this community. It's connected to what's going on in the real world, but this incel community of these guys that think that this is the way things should have been. Like, this is the peak society, which is the guys go off and work and the women stay home, cook dinner and please us and drink, and that's the way things is. So the people that are buying into this game in this movie are portrayed, I think, as those incels. There's a scene where they show.
Well, I believe Chris Pine's character was based off someone like that.
Yeah, Peterson something. We'll get to that later. But there's a scene where it shows
Peterson something.
The main actor. What's the main actor's name?
Harry Styles.
Harry Styles.
Yeah.
It shows him out in the real world, and in the simulation.
Well, I was talking about the sex scenes again.
In the simulation, they show him as like clean cut, nice shaved, short hair in a suit. But then there's a scene where it shows him in the real world, and he's got like this long, scruffy hair. He's got a neck beard.
You know, I will say that was the hardest part of the movie for me to swallow. The fact that they somehow made Harry Styles unattractive.
He looks so unattractive, dude. I saw him and I was like,
oh, you're
that's a fucking stand-in, man.
Like,
he looks gross.
It's like who's the stunt double?
He looks gross, dude. And I feel like they were trying to make a message in this, which is.
And did you catch too how like his desired nationality within the simulation was British?
Yeah.
Like,
they requested
shit.
that.
I didn't fucking catch it.
They say that first, and then it says desired wife or whatever, and then it's Alice. But they first ask
it's a quick glimpse
what nationality he wants to be.
It's a quick glimpse where they show him choosing his settings.
See, all that stuff would have been interesting to know. Like, are they
fucking
kidnapping the wives? Because you said that some people might not actually be their wives.
Exactly.
Like, are they? Yeah, it's like
they're the newest
so
neighbors
much.
that moved in. The newest neighbors that moved in.
And it alludes to the fact that so many of them have the same like meat story.
Background. Yes. Met at a train station. I dropped my ticket. He picked it up for me. And
that's alluding to the fact that some of these women are there against their will.
Yeah.
And that's the backstory they were given afterwards.
Yeah, man. There's so much that could have been dived into with this movie.
See, I like that though. I like that we didn't get all the answers. I like that.
You're wrong.
Here's the thing. It depends.
You're wrong for that.
Sometimes it's good when you don't get all the answers. It depends on the movie and what the movie is trying to do and things of that sort.
That's true.
I think the movie told me enough. I feel like
no. This movie gives you all these hints, like the plane, the earthquakes, like the hallucinations and all these things. Like we're giving you this because
that was actually my biggest question too. What are the earthquakes?
Yeah, you never. Life? It doesn't. And
was it the simulation breaking down?
So I feel like when I saw this, I feel like maybe because they live in a poor part of town in the real world,
trains.
There was a train passing by or an airplane, and that rumble would
but it's
transfer.
not just them. Everybody, there's a scene
everyone
where
else
everybody
feels it. Exactly.
So it's something going on.
It would have made more sense if only she felt it. Like if only Alice was trembling and heard it, and everyone else was acting normal. That would have been fucking awesome. Yeah. But the fact that everyone else is like, oh, grab the cups. It's a trembling. Are they all sharing a space? Are they all in the same building?
That's what I was. Once the sci-fi thing was established, I was under the impression they were in the same place. But then
they show that they're not in the same place. They're all like in their homes or whatever. Yeah.
So we've talked a good amount about the actual movie, the plot, the story, the actors.
Are you going to talk about like behind the scenes, what's going on? Like I have no idea.
Neither do I.
I had a Wikipedia that shit. I thought you guys had more information on that too.
Because I'm not gonna spend time.
Something about Harry Styles spitting on Chris Pine at one of the festivals.
Fuck, I should have done more research.
So here's what I understand.
I mean, let's hear what you got. Well, first off, if I may, I realize this stuff's making me really burpy, so I do apologize to everyone that keeps hearing me burp.
It's okay.
I just thought you were maybe doing like a Rick and Morty impersonation. Like,
he's so polite, this guy. Like sometimes
he's just burp, like, dude.
Just fucking.
I'd rather it come out as a burp than the other
end.
It's
okay to be rude.
You're a fucking dick.
Yeah.
No, don't do that. Do it. Maybe tone it down a bit, just a little bit.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's that.
Oh, I haven't even seen it. Oh, is that the scene?
Yeah,
that's the.
Rewind it back. Rewind it. Because here we go.
For the people that
they're not at a festival. I think it's Tiff.
Right there.
Oh,
right there.
Shit.
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, you motherfucker!"
Chris Pine's all like, "Oh, you got me, man."
It did look like something.
And Harry Styles is like,
right there, and then.
I don't know.
I don't see anything.
I mean,
some people don't see anything. It's a controversial. I think there might have been a second spitter. I think there might have been a second spitter.
It doesn't look like
fuck that.
Right there. It's right, like exactly as.
Oh, I mean, okay, hold on. Let's rewatch it.
His lips.
Hold on, wait for it. He's like,
do it in slow motion. Hold on.
He's like,
slow motion.
Wait.
And
you look like a bitch.
Oh yeah,
right there.
I see it. I just see it.
I heard him say you look like a bitch. I don't know.
No, regardless of which of the two it was.
I think he's like, I hate your bow tie.
So no, that's a beautiful bow tie.
That is a gorgeous bow tie.
Chris Pine
is the high water pants. I think it's the high water pants.
That
Look
might
at those
be
ankles.
Why are you not wearing socks?
Like,
no,
they're low cut socks. I'm wearing low cut socks.
And I always wonder if you're wearing socks or not.
I'm always wearing socks.
Here's the thing: is that what I think happened is, from what I understand on the little bit, is Chris Pine
stole Olivia Wilde from him?
No, had an affair with or hooked up with Olivia Wilde. And the rest of the cast
wait,
was like,
have you heard reels?
Cool.
Is this speculation? Your own speculation,
this
or
is
did
full
you?
speculation.
Okay.
I may have dreamt this shit. Nothing that I say is sourced, man.
Yeah,
you should know that by now. I'm a moron, dude.
I know. I'm just checking in, dude. I'm
just saying. I either dreamt it, read it in a tabloid, or someone texted it to me.
Because the fact that you went and insulted Olivia Wilde, like...
Well, there's a reason why there's...
I got mad.
Easy there.
There we go.
Don't start banging
it's
furniture,
weird the things
man.
that just like trigger you.
What I'm saying is there was a clip.
People can call you an asshole and be like, oh,
and you're like,
it's all right,
man, that's your opinion.
Like Olivia Wilde might have had an affair. What the fuck did you say?
You do not
might have had an affair? You better be sure about that.
She made this movie, goddammit. Yeah, what I heard,
yes,
the reason why I heard is because there was also
wait. So I thought you speculated on your own. So you have heard things?
It's not that I've heard, I guess, what I've seen.
Where are your sources?
I saw a scene where they're on the red carpet and all the actors, all the actresses involved in this movie are showing praise to everyone except for Olivia Wilde, as if there's animosity towards her for some reason. And then there's this video footage of Harry Styles spitting. There's a footage of Harry Styles spitting at Chris Pine. So what I feel like happened, and this is again what my imagination has conjured based on absolutely nothing at all, is that Chris Pine and Olivia Wilde hooked up, and the rest of the cast was like, "That's not fucking cool, you two. You do not do that. You are married, and we are on a movie set.
They're not married.
You do not. One of them is married, isn't it?
Isn't Harry Styles with
None
Olivia
of them,
Wilde?
but none of them are married.
But they're like
Someone's
together, or they were together.
They
but
were
they're not
together.
together anymore, right?
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
of all this thing.
I don't know if it's related to this. I think we're going off track.
I mean, who cares? Some fucking Hollywood drama.
That's right. That's
Anyway,
right. You're
Like,
absolutely
okay,
right.
well,
It's
the things that do affect the film though is the drama. Apparently, I mean, I still don't know because there's been conflicting things. Is Shia LaBeouf left? He was originally offered Harry Styles' role.
Oh,
no
shit.
way.
Yeah.
Did he actually start filming?
He did, and apparently he brought a very aggressive
No
feeling on
shit.
set.
He's always been kind of aggressive.
And see, I'm aware that there is a podcast that he has with that he's on with John Bernthal that I really want to see. It's like 2 hours long, and I haven't watched it just yet.
Yeah.
But he talks about it there, and there's been conflicting information on like both sides on whether or not Olivia was like, hey, I'm not going to have that on my set. Fuck off. Or it's like the other thing. We're like, no, stay. Like we'll figure it out. Like there's a lot of things going back and forth as our producer is pulling up. And then
shit.
what I thought was really interesting is that
No
there was a
idea
lot
any
of
of this
talk
was-
about how Olivia
shit.
and Florence apparently weren't getting along. However, and then it increased more rumors because Florence was originally not going to appear in any of the promotional material.
Yeah, I've
And
heard
the
about that.
official
that's where
reasoning
it
was
started.
because she's filming Dune 2. Dune Part 2.
Oh, yeah.
But then it also, of course, leads into the whole speculation and the rumor mill and this and that. And apparently they were able to work something out. And Olivia did even thank Denis
Villeneuve.
Thank
Devato.
you. Thank you.
Villeneuve.
For allowing scheduling and allowing Florence to actually participate.
Yeah.
And what I thought was intriguing is that recently Florence posted on her Instagram like this whole thing about like thank you to the whole cast and crew. They filmed during COVID, really appreciative. And then one of the slides on her Instagram page, on her post, is her and Olivia like behind the scenes. So in my head, it was like, okay, either this is damage control or they actually did get along on set and all these additional, things
Stuff.
were just, it's all
just rumor mills.
I mean, it has helped. Like being a talking point for the film and
yeah,
causing
people are
publicity.
going,
I
you know.
guess.
It's the whole argument that no publicity is bad publicity.
Yeah.
None of that answers why Harry Styles spit on Chris Pine.
That's true.
I mean,
That was the
I'm
weird one.
legit waiting
Apparently,
for that.
I mean, from the last thing I heard is that both representatives said there was no spit
But
I mean,
how do you
I don't know.
How could you deny that, dude? Look it right here.
It's left.
Producer, put this up in slow motion. As you can see, the spit is coming from an angle 45 degrees downwards towards Chris Pine's
where
lap.
does it go?
It's
Where,
back
you don't even
exact
see,
second.
you don't see
Yeah,
anything.
back and to the left. Back and to the left. There had to have been
a second spitter.
a second spitter.
Oh my god.
I believe was Nick Kroll.
Yes.
That
heard
was,
it here
interestingly
first.
enough, that was.
Or
I feel like that was the
Olivia
first time I
Wilde
saw
was-
Nick Kroll in a serious role.
Same. He's always been the comedic, and
Always.
he did a good job. I really enjoyed him in this movie. Like I feel
I
like
thought it was
for-
interesting,
For
yeah,
what
yeah.
his role was, he did a good job. But I believe that he was the second
Well,
spitter.
it was.
So
gonna-
if you're watching this Nick Kroll for whatever reason, explain yourself.
You
Why
know
would
who
you
else
spit on
really
Chris
stood out
Pine?
to me was Azif Ali as Peter because he was in WandaVision and the whole idea of like
Who was he in WandaVision?
he was the
Like one of,
the
Was
he the
coworker.
dog that
No,
had to learn how to
God
play
damn it!
basketball?
No, he wasn't. He was
fuck, I
Vision's
thought-
coworker.
Yeah, Vision touches him in the head and he like snaps out of it for a second.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you, Noel. Yes, that you've watched
Vision?
the glory of WandaVision
Dude,
and
WandaVision's
remembers
when
it.
it
Oh,
got-
in WandaVision.
Yeah,
I was thinking
I
Multiverse
said
of Madness. No,
WandaVision.
I know you did. I thought Multiverse of
did.
Madness. Anyway,
Which I rewatched today,
You're
by
right.
the way,
He's
because
in
it's
that.
an amazing film that deserves all the praise.
What are you
ooh,
doing?
Sam, he's attacking you, Sam.
We'll get to it. Anyways, let's end this, guys. So that
Yeah.
let's do some grades for Don't Worry, Darling. I think we really minced this movie.
think,
well
yeah,
enough.
we
yeah,
did.
we even
We did.
went into like the
You went-
backstory.
I like
outside
that.
of the film.
Was
Outside
we're
of the film.
Considering that I did absolutely no research on the backstory,
I
and
feel like we got to
somehow
the bottom of it.
We went a lot longer than I expected.
it's good. It's good. Lester, your grade on a scale of 1 to 10.
My grade on a
Or
scale
0
of
to
1
10.
to 10, I would say it's 7.9.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
No,
dude.
you know
Here,
what?
here,
You
here.
know what? You know
No,
what?
it's
I'm gonna give it
okay.
an 8. No. I
Stop,
thought about it as I said it out loud.
Stop.
As I said it out loud, I'm not increasing it by that much. I'm only giving it an 8 instead of a 7.9. 7.9.
But that's like a passing grade and all that. Like,
know,
that
a
bumps
7.9
you
is
up.
passing too.
No, but like you added to like the next weight or
got
whatever.
it. Yeah,
that
I changed the letter.
For me,
I changed
like-
the letter. Yeah, I changed the letter because I enjoyed it. 2/3 of a movie that I enjoy deserves at least a good grade, especially if the third act doesn't ruin it completely. It affected it, but it didn't ruin it completely. So I give it a B.
I'm with Uble. I actually agree with you, like 100%. I think it was
So cordial.
a really,
first time it's
really
happened.
good movie. And it just needed, I think it needed an extra 20 minutes. Yeah, honestly, I
man.
know that how...
Or prologue.
the movie is 2 hours long, but honestly, it didn't feel that way.
No,
like when
it
the
didn't.
movie ended,
Yeah.
I honestly felt like it only been like an hour and a half maybe. And I was waiting for an extra 20 to 30 minutes.
Same.
And I think if we would have gotten that, this would have been an A movie. But for me, it's a B, solid B.
Oh, awesome.
So
2 Bs.
yeah,
Oh, nice guys. I like it. It's so cordial over here. I like it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Sometimes we agree on things, me and Sam.
Every now and again. Yeah. I will give it an emoji with hearts.
what?
Eyes.
That's the same. God.
So you're saying this is as good as the fucking
You would
Star
rewatch
Wars?
this.
not
You
as
would
serious,
rewatch this
like,
multiple times.
Jesus Christ!
You would pause A New Hope to
No,
watch.
okay, I was,
wait.
Don't
can
worry,
you tell
darling.
Me what
No,
your
give me
emojis
again.
are
no,
again?
I really wanted to see what your guys' reaction would be. No. It's actually technically it's the emoji with like the eyes closed and the smiling face. It is not the one where I would
It's
rewatch
laughing.
it immediately.
You're laughing at this movie.
It's I would eventually rewatch it for sure.
So it's
Okay.
like the second
It's
to
the
best.
second. Yeah,
Okay, so
it's just below.
All right.
I'll,
It's like a
I'll
B.
go over them
It's
again
like
at
a
some
B.
point.
Fine.
I think we all give it a B because all of us have a top grade, which is a letter.
Unless
A,
it's a 10.
or a 10.
No,
then it
no.
becomes
Only
a
I
nine.
do the letters. You
That's
do the
right, I
numbers.
do the numbers.
He does the emojis. No.
So I would give it a great
You said
movie
an
would be a
8.
9 or a 10. I know I'm saying I give this movie an 8. You give it a B.
A B.
And you give it a second to last emoji.
Emoji,
So
whatever the fuck that is.
I'll make sure
Awesome.
a producer knows to put it up here.
put it on top.
Guys, I really enjoy this. By the way, before we end it, we gotta do the whole like make sure you like and subscribe.
Oh, shit, that's
and,
right.
and do the little things here
That
and
one.
whatnot.
That one.
yeah,
Not that
yeah.
one. Fuck that one over
That's
there.
the like and subscribe one.
These two. Oh, fuck. Okay, never
I think
mind.
that's the YouTube one.
No, this
I
is
think
like and
that's the best-
subscribe.
That's
This
the one
one's
you really want.
Instagram,
You know,
that
like-
one's Facebook.
Which one of them
I
is
think.
MySpace? Which one of these is
None
MySpace?
of them are MySpace. Do
None
you
of
not
them?
watch our episodes?
No, I don't. I don't watch this show.
If you'd like to support us, we're on Patreon for $1 a month. You can be a basic moron, and you'll
Yeah.
help us out a lot.
Really would.
Also, we're on Spotify and Apple and all that stuff. Remember that.
The comments.
Oh, the comments. Yes.
Yeah.
We love the comments. And everybody
do.
who's commented, you know that I always answer you.
That is Sam behind the comments.
Yeah, I always answer you. And even
yes.
Uble might answer you as his
will.
own
Oh,
name.
so I'm the.
I'll like.
You're the only asshole who doesn't answer.
I think I laughed at
Arturo's too cool. Arturo's too cool to respond to the
he's-
common.
He doesn't have time
common
for your
folk.
comments. You know,
Okay, no,
I'm just like waiting for them. I wake up every morning and
Within
was there
seconds.
comments? Did my fans
Within
comment?
seconds, he
But
will
this
reply.
guy's like, I don't have time for this shit.
No,
I'm
I
too
just-
good.
Yeah.
I watch it on. I watch it on TV. I don't watch it on my phone.
Whoa,
I watch it.
sorry,
for those
Bill
of-
Gates. I don't watch it on my phone. I watch it on the big screen.
For those of you who follow me on Instagram, you know I watch it with my son, and it's
Yes,
the
he
only
does.
thing that he actually gets glued to on TV because he hears my voice.
And
I'm
he
like,
never wants to
"That's so
comment.
cool."
He never wants to comment or say
He'll
something
throw
about
like toys on occasion.
that.
I think when he
take
like
that as
agrees with things,
I
he's
think that
like,
was a great job. Yeah.
"Nah."
There was some great comments in the Supernatural episode.
Yes.
And
That's right.
yeah, and I talked to you. So I'll answer you. So go ahead, keep
Comments.
commenting. And yeah.
Specifically, I feel like so we were having this discussion, and we plan on doing a specific.
Oh, yes.
We plan on doing a specific episode on a horror movie for the
Halloween is coming.
Halloween occasion, you know, and we were kind of torn on which movie to do. I'm not a big fan of horror movies, obviously. These two are for some reason. So if you could comment on this video or text us privately or send a pigeon message,
Yes, text us
anything
privately.
Send a
that
Raven, DM, whatever.
Or on
Raven,
Instagram,
DM,
whatever.
smoke message,
Or Facebook.
any way you can communicate to us which horror movie, not horror movie you want
Horror.
us to mince for the Halloween season.
All right.
Yes, please
Remember
let
I
us know.
told you, remember when your wife said, like, you're talking too slow?
I
This
do.
is one of those
I gotta
moments.
speed it up. Fuck.
All right.
I got
This is Morons Mince Movies.
Morons Mince movies.
Signing off.
Thank you.
Adios.